What we just witnessed at COTA didn't just make history. It might have completely changed the tone of this entire 2026 season. And the wild part, that's only half the story. Because while one driver just did something nobody has ever done in this sport, there's already tension building behind the scenes. Real tension. The kind that can turn a rivalry into something much darker. There are two major stories coming out of COTA right now. One happened on the track. The other is brewing in that garage. And trust me, both of them matter if you care about this championship. Before we dive in, hit that like button and subscribe. We're here for fans who live and breathe this sport every single week. Now let's talk about what really went down. News number 1. And this is the one that's going to be talked about for years. Tyler Reddick just did something no driver has ever done in the entire history of the NASCAR Cup Series. 3 wins. 3 races. Daytona. Atlanta. Now COTA. Nobody has ever done that. Not in the modern era. Not in the old school era. Nobody. But here's what hit me hardest about this win. This wasn't just about a trophy. Reddick came into 2026 carrying real weight. Last season was painful. No wins. A drought that had people questioning everything. Fighting pressure. Fighting doubt. And on top of all that, his young son dealing with serious health issues. And I'm telling you, that's not something you just shake off on race day. Think about that for a second. While we're watching race strategy and lap times, this guy was carrying something most of us will never understand. And the person who pushed him most? His own son. Before the season started, his son looked at him and asked, "Are you finally going to start winning again?" I mean, come on. That's not just motivation. That's everything. Now fast forward. He's 3 for 3. Standing on top of the sport. And the smile on his face after COTA, I'm telling you, that said everything words couldn't. But getting there wasn't easy. SVG started 13th, carved through the field like he always does on road courses. By end of stage 1 he was already 3rd. Hunting. Focused. Dangerous. Stage 2 got chaotic. Zilish spun in turn 1. Gragson looped at mid-sector. Chastain spun off track. Loose wheel actually came off. NASCAR threw the caution. Penalties coming next week. Green flag stop started. Reddick pitted with 26 laps left. Blay followed. Van Gisbergen came in a lap later. Then it was exactly what everyone wanted. Reddick versus Van Gisbergen. SVG closed in with 5 laps to go. You could see him stalking. You could feel it. I was watching thinking, here it comes. But it never came. Reddick held steady. Calm. Smooth. No mistakes. SVG started fading. Tire wear. Dirty air. Whatever it was, Reddick pulled away. Crossed the line nearly 4 seconds ahead. 2311 became the first team to win the opening 3 races since Petty Enterprises back in 1963. Let that sink in. That's not just a win. That's legacy. But here's where this story turns into something much bigger than one emotional victory. Because not everyone in that garage is tipping their hat. News number 2. According to sources close to the paddock, SVG allegedly made strong internal remarks after COTA. These weren't public comments. Private conversations. With team members. With close associates. But they leaked. And what's being claimed, I'm telling you, is serious. SVG allegedly questioned whether Reddick's number 45 Toyota is operating within the same limits as everyone else. The cornering grip looked above normal. Straight line speed raised eyebrows. Tire wear appeared unusually low compared to the rest of the field. There were even references to subtle aerodynamic tweaks. Difficult to detect. Possible ballast positioning. Corner exit stability that didn't add up. Now let me be clear. Zero official confirmation of anything irregular. NASCAR has not announced an investigation. 2311 Racing has not released a statement. Nothing formal has happened. These were reportedly private remarks. But the mood in that garage? Insiders are telling me it's tense. And think about it. 3 straight wins. Dominant at COTA where everyone expected SVG to control the day. Comfortable margin under pressure. When someone wins like that, people start looking. Is this just frustration from a competitor who got outdriven? Or is there genuine concern brewing inside that paddock? As a fan, I'll say this. When you're making history, people are going to question you. Especially in the next-gen era where everything is supposed to be so tightly regulated. But unless NASCAR finds something, right now this is just talk. What it does do though, it cranks this rivalry to another level entirely. Reddick versus Van Gisbergen is no longer just about road courses. It's about pride. It's about legitimacy. It's about dominance. And from a championship standpoint, Reddick is sitting on top of those standings right now looking unstoppable. 3 playoff tickets basically punched already. Massive momentum. Confidence through the roof. If this stays clean, we could be watching one of the greatest season starts in modern NASCAR history. If it turns controversial, this explodes into the biggest technical storyline of the year. Either way, the 2026 season just became must-watch every single week. And as fans, this is exactly why we love it. The racing. The strategy. The drama. The rivalries. So now I want to hear from you. Is SVG raising something real? Or is this just the frustration of a competitor who got beat fair and square? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about it. And if you love this kind of honest, no-filter NASCAR coverage, the kind that actually gets inside that garage and tells you what's really going on, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. We're building a real community of fans who watch every single lap, argue about every strategy call, and actually care about where this sport is heading. If that's you, you belong here. I'll see you in the next one.